The idea that lexicography is a science stems from the concept of science defended by scholars such as Buhr Klaus, who, according to Tarp, explain a science as a system of knowledge growing out of social practice and developing on an ongoing basis, comprising the recognition of the most important properties, causal relationships and regularities of nature, society and philosophy. He adds that science is rooted in the form of concepts, categories, defined goals, laws, theories and hypotheses, and constituting the basis of man's growing mastery of his natural and social environment. And finally, a science also consists of its own history, pre-theoretical ideas, contributions and methodology, directions for practical action, etc. This concept of science is relevant because it emphasizes that science isn't just facts, it's an organized way of understanding. Science comes from real human needs: farming, medicine, industry, technology, etc. It's never finished. Scientific knowledge constantly evolves. Science helps us explain why things happened in nature, society, and even abstract thinking, like philosophy. Science builds its own language think of atom, ecosystems, inflation, etc. Science is purpose-driven. We don't study for curiosity alone. We aim to cure, build, predict, improve. These are the formal tools that organize our understanding. Science empowers humans to intervene and reshape both nature and society, from climate systems to communication networks. Every science has roots, old ideas, paradigms, debates. There are intuitions, cultural beliefs, myths. These often shape the questions science asks. Science is collected and methodological shape by how we test, reason and validate. Science leads to practice, vaccines, algorithms, urban planning and more. These reflections on the concept of science adopted here are really relevant because it justifies my view that lexicography is an independent and argumentative science. Being argumentative means that lexicography theories, methods and approaches are subjected to permanent discussion, that they cannot be objectively proved or discarded. In other words, they cannot be subjected to a process of falsification, which is the main characteristics of hard sciences, which are not primarily concerned with arguments, but with quantifiable data, universal laws and principles, controlled experiments and seeking objectives, replicable results. Lexicography cannot be a hard science because it deals with language, and language is not fixed, but variable, dependent on human judgment, tradition, culture, etc., and not subjected to universal laws, but to multiple and different valid answers. The independent nature of lexicography will be discussed in Lesson 1. Focus on the nature of lexicography.